There's something I'll always admire about a place like this. A place that may be small in size, but nonetheless embodies the spirit of the veritable David to a neighboring Goliath. History has forced these people to stare down foreign empires as a unifying national identity and culture started to form, and never give up on that dream, even as all hope would seem to have been snuffed out by the powers that be. Today, it's one of the most fiercely independent and proud nations I've ever visited. Welcome to Tallinn, Estonia, where we're kicking off a 10-day trip that will culminate in a 3-day, 50-mile fastpack across the Karhunkierros Bear Trail in northern Finland through swarms of mosquitoes. I have layered up like a condom. Thunderstorms. There was some rain.
That was so f***ing close.
And across technical terrain. We'll learn about Estonia's resilient spirit in the face of Soviet oppression, sail across the Gulf of Finland to Helsinki, eat all the cinnamon rolls and some of the most delicious food I've had in recent memory, take the overnight train across the Arctic Circle, hit the trails, and learn to sauna like the Finns.
I want to cry.
But it all starts with breakfast in Tallinn. Cottage cheese pancakes with sour cream and cherry jam at Reval.
It's interesting having this mix, like the sweet from this like cherry currant jam and then this sour cream. I think I like it.
I do like it. I like it very much. And Melanie even lets me film her a bit more on this trip, but just for one reason.
Only because I know I look cute.
You do look cute.
After breakfast, we head into the old town to wander around.
Out exploring lots of shops this morning, which means I'm outside getting lots of B-roll.
It's a hot summer day. Luckily, Melanie has come prepared.
Tell me you're a trail runner without telling me you're a trail runner. Boobies to the rescue.
Sufficiently hydrated, we head into Jaama Turg, a multi-level market hall with just about everything you can imagine. But as per usual, I've got my eye on the eats. If there's one thing I remember from my previous Baltic travels, it's that they love their berries and cherries around here. So naturally, we grab some to nosh on throughout the day before heading to Surf Cafe Tallinn for a little pick-me-up.
Ooh, that's really good. And I've got enough here to ensure that I will be peeing constantly, but also caffeinated.
Something else I remember from my Baltic travels is this region's especially intense hatred of Russia, owing to the years of occupation first by the Russian Empire and then by the Soviet Union. In front of the Russian embassy, you can see how Estonians have come out to show their solidarity with Ukraine. The embassy is also, perhaps awkwardly, right next to the Estonian History Museum. Inside they have a fun little board game that shows you how trade used to work among the Hanseatic cities like Tallinn.
Daddy needs a new fur coat.
I'm not just being an idiot. You're playing for furs in this game.
1, 2. I'm on 18, which means nothing. At least I didn't get robbed on Gotland this time like you did.
An enjoyable night at the tavern costs you 2 rolls. Stop and think about your sins.
Meanwhile, I'm almost in London.
Alright, go ahead, Mr. World Traveler.
Alright, big money London. Oh, exactly what I needed. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in London. And what do I get? Let's see here. If you arrive first, you will receive a reward of 20 gold coins. The second place will receive a measly 10. It actually sees a measly, pathetic 10 gold coins. And third place doesn't exist. We'll receive 5 gold coins. So, 10 or 20 gold coins, please.
In lieu of gold coins, I take a victory lap at Pelman Kovik for an afternoon snack at this delightfully kitschy restaurant. It's like the Estonian equivalent of a campy American diner with license plates and Elvis memorabilia all over the place.
Okay, well, I might have to wait a second because that is really hot. Ooh, deli.
Yeah, you can
I like deli. Yeah, well, that's good. And the sour cream's nice because, like, immediately that would scald in my mouth, but putting it in here cools it off nicely, and then whammo.
You had patience to just wait for them to cool off.
Oh, gotta get it down the face hole.
Don't forget you're sharing with your wife.
¿Cómo? No entiendo.
So after a fairly active morning, I would say, although we got up a little bit late, but saw a lot of Tallinn, and we had, after lunch, a late lunch, pretty lazy afternoon, chilling in the hotel, but we want to get a little active, so we're going to go on a short run now.
around the city before shoving more food in our faces to celebrate our anniversary.
Yay!
What an enthusiastic yay off camera.
Anniversary run.
Anniversary run.
We are high energy and ready to run.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I make almost everything about running, but it really is such a great way to explore a new city. Plus, you never know when you're going to come across a statue of an angel.
Some kind of memorial of sorts. So far, all we've gathered are years. Something in the 1800s and 1902. And a ship. Seems like something we're going to have to look up and add context later on.
And here's that context. It's known as the Rusalka Memorial in honor of the victims of a Russian shipwreck en route to Finland in 1893. The angel is holding out an Orthodox cross towards the presumed location of the disaster. It was, Wikipedia tells me, the first monument in Estonia made by an Estonian sculptor. With that bit of history, we continue through the nearby park, past this 18th century art museum erected by Tsar Peter the Great, and call it a day. Besides, we've got another one planned tomorrow with a local from Tallinn running tours.
Turbo Turtle.
For now, we clean up and head over to the Kalamaja neighborhood. Kalamaja reminds me of a renovated American warehouse district, not least of all because of the public displays of art, like this one. Don't worry, that's not a real person. It tricked me for longer than I care to admit.
This is an exhibit about partner violence and about how, unfortunately, too often the person who hurts us the most is the person who, quote, cares about us the most. And it's called Flowers for Him.
And why is she in child's pose?
It doesn't say.
Art.
Yeah.
But we aren't necessarily here for the art. We're here for our anniversary dinner at the 6th floor restaurant of the Fotografiska Museum, starting with their sourdough potato focaccia and a butter bean spread.
Oh, wow. Another great way to consume potatoes. This is really good. Holy hell.
And then the hits keep on coming. Sprouted rye and pearl barley risotto, farm carrots with grilled kohlrabi cream, and beetroot stracciatella. Methinks we're going to eat well on this trip. And it's all so much, we need to walk it off. Or rather, slackline it off.
Let go of the thing and then say it's not that hard.
No.
Oh, it's not that hard. As you're shaking wildly.
How do I get down?
Definitely need this though.
Look, Ma, I'm slacklining with training wheels. Try to suppress your admiration.
So while I was planning this little trip to Tallinn, I did what I pretty much always do. I looked up running routes around the city, and I found this group that offers free running tours around the city. We found this route eastbound and down. Sounded really interesting, so we reached out, and we're going to head out now to Viru Gate to meet our running guide. All right, well, there's the gate. All right, well, now we play the waiting game.
We didn't have to wait long before meeting up with Javi, a Spanish transplant who's lived in Tallinn for the better part of a decade. It's his first time leading a tour, but you never know it. The highlight of our run is our stop at the memorial to the victims of communism.
But actually, I remember once that I was here, there was one guy that came from Canada, like kind of what they call väliseestlane, like Estonians that migrated outside of during the Soviet era, but many of them like come here just to look for their roots and their people.
Sure.
And almost everybody has someone here that was deported to Siberia. Here,
Yeah.
you have names of soldiers. You have like the General Laidoner. It's kind of a very important figure in Estonian history, died during the Soviet times. And then like different kind of ranks of colonels and lieutenants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, captain majors, this kind of stuff.
And what about this over here with the crosses?
That I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie. I could make it up, but
You should have. We would have believed it.
but we can read it. It's written over there actually. In 1944, Tallinn was like bombed,
Right.
and of course it was like war defending. It's funny because during the Second World War, like first the Germans came into Tallinn and the Estonians thought, oh, we are liberated from the Russians, then realized that it was like the same shit.
It's
And
maybe
then
even worse.
Yeah, and then came back the Russian is like, oh, we are liberated, but then not liberated again.
Yeah.
So they kind of, it was a mess. Like Estonians fought against Germans and against Russians, with Germans and with Russians. Like it was a complete mess. With who you were like fighting or with.
Right.
Since it's a map of Russia, it's a bit like tilted because actually this is Estonia.
I was gonna
here.
say, see, yes,
Yeah.
that's one word I
And
learned.
these are the islands. So this
Yeah.
is Latvia and Lithuania, very much. And this is kind of Lapland, the end of it. So yeah, these are, as you can see, like to a lot of different places.
For a little context, Javi told us off camera about the Estonian Song Festival, which has been held since 1869 and is one of the largest choral events in the world. It's usually held every 5 years with a joint choir of over 30,000 singers and an audience of 80,000. Javi tells us about one of the more poignant songs they sing.
The song that is sung every year during the singing festival is Lendab mesiku poole. That means it flies back to the hive. And it's like a reference to the Estonian people going back from the deportations, and it's one of the most beautiful songs that everybody sings. It's repeated always, so like when you are there, like you understand why people cry when you hear that.
Nice job. Turtle. Now coffee and pastry.
We follow Javi down St. Catherine's Passage for a little cinnamon pastry before moving along to another nearby market hall for this phenomenal tofu crunch bao bun.
Oh wow. Yummo. Oh, spicy. In a good way.
Okay, not the most Estonian thing in the world, but my stomach will allow it.
Got your sprinkles?
Got my springs. Ooh, it's good. It's like, it's vanilla, but it's vanilla. Don't put that in there. Cut it out. Cut this out. Cut all this out.
Well, now that's definitely going in.
No.
Yeah. We're back from our run around Tallinn, and we've already, that's a thumbs up from the host, and we've got a lazy afternoon plan. We're gonna go check out the spa, do a little sauna, which we've learned, unlike Germany, is not textile fry. You gotta wear some clothes, so we are not naked under this. But we're gonna go take it easy now and recover in the sauna, which apparently is very Estonian, as we've learned.
It's not popular in Estonia. It's the culture. Let's go.
Fancy.
I don't want to be on camera.
Too good for it.
No, I look like a drowned rat.
You don't look like a drunk.
What?
Anywhoozles, we have just spent a little bit of time in the 80-degree sauna, then showered off and hopped in the pool for a little bit. And this is a nice little mini relaxation room. So I'm being told that I have to relax, I guess?
Yeah.
Relax? I'll try.
Relaxing didn't last long for me, so we moved on to the hotel rooftop for some drinks and to enjoy the view with a snack that reminded us of our days of living in Costa Rica. Patacones.
Remind you of our once upon a time home.
They're much thinner, but they taste like them. I mean, you're just missing the guacamole and
Salsa Lizano?
the black beans, remember?
Yeah, the refried beans.
It's our last morning in Tallinn, and our ferry to Helsinki leaves in a couple of hours. Just enough time to sink our teeth into this gorgeous little cinnamon roll.
Oh, that was a good, like, foodie trying food, eyes closed tight face.
It tastes like it has a little bit of cardamom in it, and it doesn't feel super overly sweet.
Good way to end Tallinn.
And now, it's time to head to the port.
Hey sports fans, it is a very exciting morning, at least for me. We are doing something shortly that I've wanted to do for a while now. We're going to be taking a ferry from Tallinn, Estonia over to Helsinki, Finland, right over there, the terminal.
The experience feels a little bit like waiting for a plane, but with the ease of catching a train. It usually doesn't feel like you're boarding anything though. You're just walking across a bridge and suddenly you're in this massive building that just so happens to be a ship with more than 10 decks for nearly 3,000 people.
Okay, so we just boarded the boat and it is much larger than either of us expected. Is that fair to say? Larger than you expected as well? Much larger. I knew when we walked onto the boat, but it also just felt like we walked into a building, and it's very nice. It's like a food court up here. So I think we're gonna have a look around. We still got half an hour before we even take off, leave port, something like that.
With a couple of hours to kill to Helsinki, I did a lap around the joint to see everything the ferry had to offer.
All right, so I'm back after doing a little tour of the boat, and my God, this thing is huge. There's so much gambling, so many slot machines. I saw some around the corner. I thought, oh, I guess a few, but no, there are loads of slot machines, and people seem very excited about it. They've got TVs, they've got a pub, there's a coffee shop. Down over there, there's a children's playroom, which I obviously stayed clear from, but nice to know it exists, I guess. Or, if you want to just put some headphones on and catch up on the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, you can do that too. A lot of the levels are for cars only, so they must just be transporting them back and forth. And there's several different restaurants and eating areas, so it's really a massive thing, and kind of surprising to think that this is just floating on the Baltic Sea on over to Helsinki.
And that's precisely where we'll pick things up in the next video. We'll kayak along the archipelago with Natura Viva, run around with local restaurateur Luca Balak before enjoying a vegetarian feast at one of his restaurants, sauna and swim in the harbor at Ala's pool, and board the night train to Kemijärvi to start our fast packing adventure along the 50-mile Karhunkierros Trail.